He pushed her. He made her cry. He thought no one would stop him. But he did not know I worked in the admin office and I knew how to ruin his life without leaving a trace. If you are ever wanted to get revenge on someone who hurt your friend, stick around. This is not just about payback, it's about justice. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share your favorite revenge moment in the comments, because this one hits different. Back when the internet still felt like a mysterious magic box full of potential, I was just a regular student enrolled at a local junior college. I had moved in with my girlfriend, let's call her Lucy, mainly to split rent and save some cash. We were young, broke, and figuring things out one textbook and late-night instant ramen at a time. One evening, Lucy mentioned she had invited a friend over for game night, someone she'd met in one of her classes. I didn't think much of it at the time. I mean, the more the merrier. Right when her friend showed up, my eyebrows went up. It was Sarah. We knew each other from high school. Not close, not distant either, just that kind of familiar face in the hallway you actually like seeing. The night was fun. Surprisingly fun. Cards. Jokes. Pizza. Laughter. No drama. We clicked as a group. So after that, Sarah started coming over more often for dinners, movie nights, spontaneous hangouts. She even brought her boyfriend along a couple of times. Now, Jay was a different story. From the moment he stepped through our door, something just felt wrong. He was quiet in a way that was not shy, it was cold. He'd sit stiffly, arms crossed, eyes scanning the room like he did not belong and did not want to. He never laughed. Never joined in. Barely said a word. You could practically feel the tension radiating off him like heat. But we kept inviting him, for Sarah's sake. Each time, he declined more frequently, until he just stopped coming entirely. Not that anyone missed his energy. He clearly didn't want to be there, and we were fine with that. Then, came the night everything changed. Sarah called Lucy one evening. I still remember the sound of Lucy's voice when she answered. It shifted from curiosity to concern in seconds. Sarah was sobbing. Sobbing. She asked if she could come over, immediately. When she walked through the door, her eyes were swollen, her voice shaky. And what she said made my blood boil. Jay had accused her of cheating. Repeatedly. He did not say with whom, Lucy, both of us, it did not matter. It was baseless. Delusional. But that wasn't the worst of it. During one of their arguments, she tried to leave. And he shoved her. Hard. She stumbled backward, tripped over their coffee table, and landed hard. The fall left a massive bruise on her lower back and hip. Lucy told me she saw it. Said it looked painful, deep purple with yellow edges. The kind of bruise that stays for weeks. Sarah tried to excuse it, claimed it was just an accident. Said Jay had never done anything like that before. But her voice cracked when she said it, and I knew. I knew that fear. That look someone gives when they're trying to convince themselves something wasn't as bad as it was. And I was livid. I'm not a violent person. I've never been in a fight in my life. But in that moment, I wanted to put my fist through a wall. Through his wall. But instead, I took a deep breath. And I started planning. You see, at the time, I was working as a student employee in the administration office. That meant I had access to everything. Student records. Class schedules. Enrollment data. Student ID numbers. And it just so happened, that the final day to drop or add classes without penalty was approaching fast. So I looked him up. There he was. J. His whole academic record laid out in front of me. And right then, a spark lit in my brain. I knew exactly what to do. I waited until the very last day, the deadline. Then I used one of the enrollment phones inside the admin building. These were not trackable like personal lines. Just direct line phones tied to internal systems. And I went to work. First, I dropped every single one of J's classes. Every single one. But I did not stop there. Next, I enrolled him in every random class I could find, that had extra course fees attached. Art classes with lab supplies. Science courses with equipment fees. Even a photography class that charged for darkroom access. Why? Because if you owed money to the school you could not get transcripts. You could not re-enroll. You could not do anything. But here's the real kicker, Jay was an international student. And if he was not enrolled in a minimum number of credit hours, he'd lose his student visa. Which meant, no school, no stay. I did not say a word to anyone. Not even Lucy. This had to be clean. Quiet. Undetectable. I did not check back right away either. I had to play it cool. Let the system do the damage. But a few days later, Sarah gave us an update. She had broken up with Jay the same night he pushed her. Good. But she still had to see him because they were in the same English class on Tuesdays. Or, had been. That Tuesday, Sarah came in and saw a new face standing awkwardly in the back of the room. No seat. No place to sit. The teacher took one look at the crowd, confused. Said, "This class is too full. Let me take roll." When she started calling names, guess who wasn't on the list? Yep. Jay. He tried to argue. Said there must be a mistake. Insisted he was enrolled. But the teacher, she had the official roster. And Jay wasn't on it. No seat. No record. No recourse. He did not come back after that. Sarah never saw him in that class or on campus again. Later, after things settled, I checked his records again. All the classes with fees dropped. No new classes listed. Nothing. He was gone. Vanished from the system. I'll never know for sure what happened after that. Maybe he transferred, maybe he tried to re-enroll and couldn't. Maybe he got deported. Maybe the mountain of admin chaos buried him alive. But one thing is certain, Sarah never had to sit next to her abuser again. And Jay, he messed with the wrong friend. I still wonder if I went too far. If dropping him from school, risking his entire future, was harsh. But then I remember her tears. Her bruise. Her shaking hands. And I think, no. He got what he deserved. Some people don't learn until the world pushes back. If this story gave you goosebumps or made you cheer a little inside, smash that like button and tell us in the comments, what would you have done in my place? Don't forget to subscribe for more true stories of sweet revenge, because justice doesn't always come from the law. Sometimes, it comes from someone who just cares enough to act.